Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome. This is going to be an update on Miss Wanda. I am still gathering up information about what they're saying on the internet. The latest with Wanda Smith from v103. Good evening, welcome. Shout out to all the people from the West Coast. If you happen to be watching from the West Coast, it's still early on the West Coast. As you can see, I have Atlanta in the background, and we're going to talk about. I have an update on Miss Wanda Smith. Hello, Sheila, from the V103 in Atlanta, Georgia. But I do want to say what I'm hearing on the internet. Hello, Barbara. Make sure everybody please share this live. If you can, please share the live and give me likes if you can. Okay. All right. So what I'm hearing on the internet, I keep seeing cancer, so I don't know if that's what it could be, but I keep seeing cancer. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Hello. Um, there's a very important person. Sorry. There's a very important person who actually yeah, there's a very important person who actually made a comment about Wanda, and I'm downloading the video right now, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. But the person who's speaking on her knows her very well, and there's a lot of y'all who. Okay, I got the video. There's a lot of you guys who didn't the only person you knew was the Cat Williams, Wanda, and that's it. You didn't really know much about her. But I have an exclusive video on my channel that I'm going to share with you guys. A very, very exclusive video that I want to share with you guys. Really about who Miss Wanda was. So you'll know that she wasn't just about the Cat Williams fight, and she got slayed and she got red, and people let her have it. And by the way, thank y'all. The video from yesterday got over 4,000 likes and views, and it's still growing. So I appreciate you. I love you for that. Okay. So as I'm getting this video ready to play, yeah. So I'm what I'm seeing on the internet is cancer. That's what I'm seeing, but I can't verify that. So I'm going to say allegedly. Okay, I don't know if it's true, but this person who's about to, um, one second, child, one second. I gotta let somebody know that I'm live. They think of anyway. That's okay. They'll see it. Okay. But yeah, so because so I do have to say allegedly because I don't know if it's true. But the person that's about to talk about Miss Wanda, uh, um, it- we he said that she was sick, but he didn't say what happened or what she was sick with. So we're gonna play this clip. Let me download it here. I think it's ready to be downloaded. We're gonna all watch it together. So get you something to drink. I'm drinking on some tea, but I think it may be too hot right now to drink. I got me some tea and some lemon, no, tea, lime, and ginger. Tea, lime, and ginger. It's one of those kind of nights, kind of laid back. I love Atlanta, y'all. I love this city. I love this city with all my heart. I do. I do. And my dream is to be back there one day. I know I'm older. I know I ain't young as I used to be. But you got one life. You have one life to live. And that one life that you have to live, you have to live it because once you close your eyes and take your last breath, that's it. Ain't no coming back. And people say, I died and came back to life. Well, bitch, I don't want to take no chance. For those who did not see my video that I posted earlier, I had a dream that I died in my sleep. I got electrocuted sitting right here at my desk. And I talked about it earlier on the show I did earlier, and it shook me. And I woke up and I was just I was scared to go back to sleep. And I texted my mom and told her about it, texted some friends and told my son. And I just because I tell everybody my dreams, because I don't like my dreams, but I bind the devil right now because that's not how I'm going. That's not how I'm going out. Okay. But I like to tell my dreams. And but anyway, you got one life to live. You got to live it to your best because Once you close your eyes, that's it. And I had always wanted Wanda to come back. Man, I wanted her to come back so bad. I really did. And so when you see this video, let me get it. Let me bring everybody up to everybody up to par about what I'm talking about. So this is Wanda, and Wanda's in the far left. Miss Sophia is in the middle, and Frank Ski is on the far right. Frank Ski, before Wanda came on the scene, it was just Frank Ski and Wanda. Okay, this is Wanda who got into it with Cat Williams. Okay, I know a lot of y'all are saying that I'm wrong for saying that Cat Williams was wrong for dogging her out. She started and all that. I don't know. I'm built different. I'm sorry. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. No, I'm not. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all have y'all opinion. You got your opinion. That's why I call it PT's point of view. I think as a man, I would have just first of all, you can roast her. He knew that he could roast her. So why don't you just be like, okay, she's my black. Y'all love to call women black queens until it comes times for y'all beating on them and dogging them out and reading them. And yeah, they queens until it's time for you to dog them out. To me, a black queen is always a black queen. She will always be a black queen. And I try my best. Even if I fall out with some of y'all ladies on here, I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm going to say, okay, girl, we're going to move on. I'm going to block y'all. We're just going to move on. I just felt like that he could have just, Cat Williams, and I know y'all don't agree with me. No, because the majority of people love that she got laid out and read for filth. Some of y'all love it. What do you think was going to happen? It's Cat Williams. He know how to read. He knows how to read. So hold on, let me check my phone, child. These kids outside crying and their damn parents probably got them. Hold on, let me look at my phone. Hold on. Their damn parents probably left them outside. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Look at my camera. I'm sorry. Ooh. But I will say this. I love my Spanish neighbors. They don't bother me and I don't bother them, baby. Only thing they do to make me mad, they knock on their doors all the time. Like, girl, y'all need to get a doorbell. And I'm way here in the back of the apartment. So when they knock, hold on. Let me see. Let me check my camera. I heard somebody crying, but they probably, they went in. Look like they went in. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to set my camera right here so I can see what they got going on. I'll be watching them. I be catching them, the little boys be coming up there banging on my door. Them little kids be banging. They not, and then, they so slow. They don't realize, they don't realize I got a camera. And one day I got on the mic. I said, hey, get away from my door. You should have seen him. You should have seen him running. But I know everybody's not going to agree with me. I know people are going to say, well, she started in with him. But again, like I said, I'm built different. I'm sorry. I'm not going to, I wouldn't have continued that. I would have just said, okay, I'm going to let it go. I just would have got up and walked off because Cat was going to win regardless. He was going to win. And to me, when they got into it, it's like everything just went down for her. Her husband pulled a gun on him. Of course, do you blame him? He was taking her for his queen. He could have physically probably did some boxing or whatever, but that's his woman, okay? That's the baby mama. And you don't know how you would have responded to if your wife had been disrespected by a man. You don't know. You don't know how you would have responded. But anyway, so here's Frank Ski on the far right. Miss Sophia's in the middle, and Miss Wanda's on the far left. She died. Nobody knows where she died from. People are saying cancer, but I have an exclusive video for y'all just out of Frank Ski's mouth. And I want you guys to listen. Now you'll know the real Miss Wanda. You'll know more than just watching what you saw on here, and you'll know exactly who she really was. Let's watch the video, and we'll talk about it when it's done, okay? Here we go. This is Frank Ski. He was the man over the show.
Hey, fam. I know a lot of people been calling me and asking me and sending out condolences about Wanda. It's been a very difficult 24 hours. I actually got the call yesterday at about 4 o'clock, and I just needed 24 hours to process everything in my mind and what I really wanted to say. I was actually in my yard doing my son Paxton's christening and having friends and family over to see the baby. And I got that call. And it's kind of been, you know, God is something else. It's been that way. I was at my son's going home back in May, and then 2 days later, my son Paxton was born. Right before, this happened, last weekend, I got a call that my nephew, who was 8 years old, passed away on the playground. It's just been a lot of death, and it's been really hard, trying to stay up for everybody, and just haven't really had time to process it all like I really wanted to. And now I find myself, even yesterday at Paxton's christening, I found myself crying, publicly in front of everybody, because it's difficult, when you lose somebody you love. And Wanda was definitely somebody that I really loved. I actually first saw Wanda back in '96. I had come to Atlanta to sit in with Mike Roberts on his show just to learn how to do a morning show. And that night we went out to a club in the underground in Atlanta. I wasn't even living in Atlanta. And I saw this woman come on stage. She had a Hennessy in her hand with a red straw, and she was sipping on the Hennessy and that gold tooth in the front. And she was funny as hell. And I said, if I ever do a morning show here, that's who I want. And look at God. A couple years later, I got to take over for Mike Roberts when he retired. And they came to me and said, hey, we got an idea. We know this girl named Wanda who's been sitting in with Mike Roberts. I said, absolutely. And then we started back in 1998. We went from 98 to 2013 and had #1 ratings. We were #1 for 15 years. And I say we because me and her, it wasn't me. It was just the both of us together, the synergy that we had. When I was low, she was high. When she was low, I was high. We basically encouraged each other, but we each had a gift, and her gift that I had to learn was empathy to people. She taught me that. Wanda cared about the people that didn't really have. And I think it's because she never forgot where she came from. She never forgot. Whenever there was a time to give, Wanda was first in line. And she didn't want to do it impersonal. She wanted to really do it personally with people. When 9/11 happened, me, Wanda, Griff, Tara Thomas, Chuck Smith, we all slept outside at the old Brave Stadium. And we slept outside 24 hours in a camper and raised over $250,000 for the firefighters in New York. And then we took it to New York. Before New York was even open, like 2 days after 9/11. And we went down to the site. I'll never forget that. When Katrina happened, we were outside of Club 112, raising hundreds of thousands of dollars. And she would not let me just raise the money. We raised the money, and we got food and everything. And we got Orlando from Atlanta Peach Movers sent trucks. And we loaded up them semi-trucks and drove. She wanted to drive the stuff to Louisiana, to New Orleans herself. And I just remember we went into Sister's restaurant and they just hugged her. We went to South Africa together. We brought people to South Africa that never been on a plane. And she was insistent on taking people to get their passports. And it was her first time out the country too. But she wanted everybody to go together to get passports. She was just an incredible person like that, and it's hard. But I'll miss her. And I just want really everybody to know that last year, Wanda and I reconnected, and we had really good talk. And I suggested that she join me on the morning show at KISS. And I went to KISS, to the management, and I went to the head people and had dinner with them at Lobster Bar. And I told them, I said, Wanda needs to come on this show. And they interviewed her. The program director, the general manager, the vice president, everybody interviewed her. And we were going to do it. Wanda was going to come back on the air with me. And she went down to Florida for a reunion, and she got sick. And there was one thing, then another thing, then another thing. And Wanda's she's super private. She didn't want anybody to know. She didn't want anybody to know. I remember I sent her flowers in the hospital, and she sent me a text and was like, "Thank you and Patrice for the flowers, but how did you know?" And I wouldn't tell her my source, but that's when I knew she was public for everybody else and private inside. She was beautiful. I'm sorry the video is going long. I'm going to post another video that she actually did about herself after this video, but I miss you, babe. She was my radio wife, for real, for real. She really was. Tavares and Giovanni, thank you. Janice, thank you. Denise, thank you. Man, just the whole family. Thank you for sharing her with me and my family. And I love you, girl.
There you have it. There you have it. Straight out of his mouth. And I didn't know Wanda. And I'm not trying to go there with y'all, but it's sad for me because when I lived in Atlanta, that's all I listened to was Frank Ski in the morning and my sister Sophia. Oh my God, that was the funniest morning show ever. And I'm waiting to hear back, from Sophia. No, not hear back from her, but I'm waiting to hear what she's got to say. Sophia's actually in Houston right now, and I'm sure she's devastated for sure because Wanda was the one that got Sophia on the radio station. Hey, Greg. And yeah, so I just can't imagine what Sophia's going through. Wanda, and I wanted to show y'all that part of Wanda. And it's sad that, people don't really know what a person is like until they dead. And then you find out, oh, I didn't know they did this. I didn't know they did that. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. But I wanted y'all to see there was another side of Miss Wanda that y'all didn't know about. Some of you probably wouldn't have never known about her unless I show you the video. So tomorrow, I'm going to do my best, probably tomorrow day, I'm going to do my best to pull up the new video that he has that he said that she posted. And again, I don't know if it was cancer. I don't know. This is what they're saying online. But at this point, we just want to, say rest in peace, Wanda. She was a great woman. See, a lot of people came on board when, even though she became, she did her job on earth. A lot of people don't know that and I want to share something with y'all, okay? A lot of people don't know that she did all of those things, you just don't know about people until after they gone. Then after the end, you be like, damn, I didn't know they did this. I didn't know, because I know when not Young Jock, yeah, he's still living. What's his name? He just died. Oh, Rich Homie Quan. When Rich Homie Quan died, they were saying all the things that he did that nobody probably would have never known. Not as regular people, that he paid for a whole funeral. He just walked into the funeral and just paid for the whole funeral when he found out they all got killed in a car wreck. So you just don't know what people do. You just don't know what they do. So, but anyway, I also have something very exclusive. It's gonna be a person that's coming on my show, and it's my son, and I'm gonna give y'all this tea. My son actually videotaped Wanda's wedding. Yes. So I'm reaching out to him now. I told him I want him on the show so he could talk about Wanda and give his sides, about Wanda and his dealings with her. Yes, he was actually hired to go and videotape her wedding. And how he got that job was him and Sophia are good friends. And he used to videotape Sophia at the radio station. And so him videotaping Sophia at the radio station, that's how he got the job to be able to go and do Wanda. Uh-oh. There go my son. He just made a post. The one I'm talking about. Hold on. Let me see here. Yeah, he actually just made a post. Let me let him know I'm live. But I want him. This is him right here. This is my son. I'm gonna pull up his picture. And I want him to come on here and tell us about his dealings with Wanda and all the stuff that he did as far as the wedding and stuff. So they had the wedding in Florida. That's him right there. That's my son. He's the one that did the videotaping and stuff for Wanda. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So that's him. So I'm gonna try to get him on here so he can tell you guys. Hello, Lucas. Yeah, so he can tell you guys, his situation what he had going on with Wanda and Frank Skin in the morning. But she was a great woman. She was. I tried to tell y'all yesterday, but I couldn't. I didn't have that video to show you. But now that you've seen that video, hopefully we'll get a second video, and then we'll get a video from my son live. I can get him on the show live, live and in color, so he can tell his side of the story about how he met Miss Wanda and how he was able to go in and do all the things for her. I was wondering, did she ever have surgery? I don't think she did because she always looked the same. And I didn't know she was so young. She was only 50 years old. She was just 50. Yeah. She was just 50 years old, man. That's crazy. So anyway, all right. So I want to say this, and then two things, and I'm gonna let you guys go. And again, if y'all watching me, shout out to your shout out. Let me know where you're watching from, your hometown, your state. Yes, let me put my phone number up here and my cash app just in case somebody will send a blessing my way. Amen. So yeah, let me know where y'all watching from, city and state. City and state, baby. Yes, I need to know. Yes, I need to know what city and state. So here's the latest, y'all. They're saying that Sean Puffy Combs, I know y'all tired of hearing about him, but this is something new that he's going to be charged with the Tupac's murder. They're planning on charging him with Tupac's murder. I believe it. I believe it's going to happen. And I really think he has something to do with it. I mean, look at all the stuff they charge him with. Now he is innocent and proven guilty, but all the stuff they've been saying about this man and how you snatched that girl around that elevator and did that stuff to that girl, baby, you'll do anything to anybody. You'll do anything to anybody. Okay? Yeah. Let me block somebody from my page. I'm sick of them. Hold on. Okay, I'm just done with them. Okay, they've been blocked. Moving on. Moving on, honey. I didn't block the many of folks in my lifetime. I got almost 700 people on my block list. And I can keep adding because he'll keep adding. I remove him, he keep adding. Yeah, yeah. Vegas is in the house. Come on, Vegas. Yeah. I believe it had something to do with it too. Yeah, I really believe that. So they're saying well, honey, the feds charge him with that murder charge. It's over. It's over for two. It's almost said it's over for Tupac. And you know what? And didn't Tupac get killed in October? Was it a month of October? Let me look at that because I remember being at the bar. It might not have been October, but it was cold. I do remember it was cold because we was in the club. We all had on when he got killed. We found out we all had on our bandanas and stuff. We was representing Tupac. They was playing all Tupac music. Let me see here. It was in the 90s. I'm trying to see what month he got killed. What month did Tupac get killed? It was in September. September. Okay, 96. Okay. I knew it was around September, October. Yeah. So September the 7th. And that's already passed? Yeah, it's already passed. Yeah, September the 7th. So rest in peace, Tupac. He got shot in Vegas. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think I've covered everything. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Love you much. And y'all be good. Take care of yourselves. And I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll try to have that second videotape of what Wanda said that he had. And then maybe some other good juicy stuff. But we'll do that in the day, sometime tomorrow in the daytime after during my lunch or whatever. Okay. Love y'all. Oh, let me see. Let me do this right quick. Just in case you never know. Yeah, he would be in the cell forever. Yeah. Oh yeah, forever, forever. Well, let me do this just in case somebody might want to come and say hi. I doubt it, but you never know. It might be a hater. But honey, we welcome you too. We welcome you. We welcome you. It's a church song they sing in my church about we welcome you. Yeah, we welcome the haters too, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Now y'all don't get it twisted now. And I appreciate y'all for saying thank you, PT, for doing the politics stuff. Y'all don't get it twisted, but y'all keep hearing all these different things that she's losing in the polls. That's not what I just saw. But don't let that deter you from getting out and voting, okay? And I also don't believe that a lot of black men are voting for Trump. I don't. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I believe that the majority of black men are going to be voting for this woman. And I need y'all to get out there and let's make a change. Let me tell y'all something. You know what I just saw? They said, I just read it on Fox that Trump said if he gets into the White House, he's going to use the military to do a lot of things to us. Y'all don't, I'm telling y'all don't want to walk down this path. And I'm not trying to scare y'all, but y'all do not want to walk down this path. Please get out and vote. Please let your vote be heard and please do it early because, honey, it might be an earthquake where you live that day. Hell, you might get the flu. You might get COVID on that day. So vote early. I'm going first thing Monday, next Monday. I'm going to vote. I got my voter's registration card and I'm got my ID. Everything matches up. I ain't got no warrants. I ain't no felon. I'm going to vote. Okay. And so I need y'all to do the same thing as well. Okay. All right. So let me put the stream right there. It is this right there. So anybody want to come in, I'll give you a couple of more minutes. And I was gonna talk about Nicki Minaj, not Nicki, but Cardi B. She said she wasn't gonna never drink anymore. And I guess she got too full. And she's probably only doing that because she's stressed out because her husband is giving her too much. He's just doing too much. Cardi B, please don't turn to drinking, baby. Please don't do that. Because later in life, honey, you're gonna mess up your kidneys, child. You're gonna be distraught, when you get a certain age. You ain't gonna be able to move around like you want to. You got all that drinking and stuff. And Cardi B can get anything she wants, any type of liquor, any type of whatever she wants, she can get it. Because she got that kind of money. But she better slow her ass down. And not only just for Cardi B, but all of y'all out there drinking like a fish. Slow your asses down. As I'm telling you now, I really believe that. But no, of course it does. Uh, Drinking causes cancer. It's a lot of things that cause cancer, but drinking for sure will cause cancer and doing cocaine. Four people I know died in the last 3 or 4 years. They all did coke. I'm not a doctor, but I ain't crazy. Okay? All right. All right. Keep doing your stuff. It'll definitely catch up with you. All right. All right, y'all. And let me say this too. Let me say this to the LGBTQ plus young men out there that's running around there having raw sex. You next too. Keep it up. Hey, Joyce, keep it up. Oh, you think you can just go take a pill once a day and you'll be fine? Baby, you don't want to walk down that walk. But if you decided when you go to the military, my cousin was a army recruiter, and she said you'd be surprised how many guys were turned down because they didn't know that they were positive. So if you're out there, and then ain't just to the LGBT, it's anybody out there having unprotected sex, you better lay low, okay? You better lay low. Somebody stole your wrench. You so silly. You're a mess, Sheila. Yeah, so use protection, honey. There's plenty other things out there besides, HIV, there's syphilis, monkeypox, all that stuff is out there. Child, I had a friend of mine years ago, he dead. Now rest in peace, Bill. My friend Bill had syphilis and he didn't know he had it. I knew he had something because I was like, child, go over to get my shoes. The bitch couldn't see. And I said, baby, you need to go to the doctor. It's way back in the 80s. No, early 80s, late 90s. No, it was the late 80s into the 90s. And I said, baby, you need to go to the doctor because something is going on with you. He was scared. He didn't want to go. said, baby, you got to go to the doctor. He went to the doctor and he found out he had syphilis. Hmm. Yeah. So this goes, and somebody, I seen something on TikTok where this guy was saying, "Oh, in North Carolina, there's so many HIV cases and stuff." Well, that's because people think they still think it's a LGBTQ plus disease. It's not. My uncle died from AIDS, and he was straight. How he got it, I don't know. He did drugs, and he was I can't even say the word. He screwed around with a lot of women. I can't even say the damn word. And you know, and he just was doing a lot, and he ended up getting. And they called me because I've worked in HIV and AIDS services for years. That's what I used to do. I used to do volunteer work and get people tested and stuff like that. They called me, and it was too late because he had full blown AIDS, and he could have gotten help, but he lived in one town, and well, I was in Dallas, and he could have came there. We could have got, but he was just sick. He was real sick, and there was nothing we could do for him. So, oh, thank you. I try to, Lavetta. Hey, there's another lady that follows me with your name. Yeah. Yeah. The pill will keep them alive, but who wants to live off of one pill a day? But now, even though I know people are taking a shot and it lasts for 3 or 4 months, but why would somebody want to go through that? Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that, Trisha. I'm so sorry to hear that. But see, I blame the prisons for that because I just said this the other day that the prisons are set up to make these straight men go the other way and then get them infected. I'm sorry. These are straight men and they should be allowed to at least see they women, but they don't care because the majority of the men in the prison are black men. They don't care. And let me tell y'all something I saw Roland Martin talking about, and I never thought about this. He said not one time when Obama was in office and when Biden was in office, not one person died on the death penalty. Nobody didn't die until Trump came along. Think about it. I never thought about that. And who were the ones that was dying? Blacks. Hmm. Hello, there you go. They'll let you know he don't give a damn about us. And they said when he found out when he had lost the election, he was just saying like, just take him out, take him out. He was wanting all of them to leave. So he knew the majority of them were probably black. He didn't care. Hmm. But back to what I was saying, and unfortunately, I had a cousin. Um, he passed away, and it was so sad because when I first found out he was a part of the community, me and his mom, we talked all the time. She told me, see, I think they had moved to California. And I think they left when they were like 4 or 5. They left very young. And so they were little bitty babies when they left Texas and they moved away. And she said, child, I think he, I said, because me and her were very close. She was my first cousin. And we went out together. She went to the clubs with me and she supported me 100%. And she would send me pictures. And she say, "What you think?" I said, "Girl, he kind of look kind of zesty to me, you know." And she's like, "Well, I'm a love him regardless." And woo 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 woo. And so one day I was and when I knew they had moved back to Texas, but I haven't seen him. I heard where he was at, but I hadn't seen him. Remember, I ain't seen him since they was little boys. So I probably wouldn't know what he looked like if I seen him, right? So y'all know I used to work in the bars and stuff back in the days, and um I knew that he was in I knew that he was in Houston. I think he was in Houston, yeah. But I hadn't seen him yet. I even talked to him on the phone, but I was nervous about, meeting up here with him one day and just saying, having do your mama know? So one night I was in Dallas and I was it was a pride event, and this little boy walked up to me and said, "Hey, cuz, who are you?" I said, "I'm your cousin." And I had a long talk with him. I had a long talk with him. Once we got together, I told him, I said, "Cousin, I want you to get yourself together. Do your mama know?" He said, "I don't know." Yeah, she know. We've been talking about you. You don't need to hide from your mother. You need to tell her everything and be honest with her about everything. So he ended up moving to Dallas. He moved in with me. I couldn't get to him. I could not tell him how to live his life. All I could do was try to tell him the right things. And I told him, I said, don't get caught up with the wrong people. Watch who you hang with. Your mama is looking up to me to, you know, make sure you go the right path. He started doing drugs. I called his mama and I had to put him out. And I still loved him. I still always told him what to do. But he had this one boyfriend that I could not stand. And to this day, I can't stand because he's the one that got him hooked on drugs. And he ended up getting HIV, which he ended up, um, so, but then me and his mom fell out because she was like, God's going to heal him. They start going to church. And I said, I don't care what goddamn church you go to. That boy needs to take medication and he needs to take it. No, God's gonna heal him, and he's changed his life. And I was so mad at my cousin. I was so mad at her. Like, why would you do this to your son? Because he's trying to please his mama. And I said, I believe God can heal him, but he needs to do the right thing. This is my cousin's child, younger than me. The boy wasn't even 30 years old. And started going to church. Did he just really just to me, he got worse. He got worse. And he was still messing around because somebody told me he was still doing his drugs, still doing his handlebars. That's what he called me. He was doing handlebars. I'm like, what the hell is a handlebar? And he was still doing that stuff. And he died. He died. He died. And I was mad. I didn't even want to go to the funeral. My mom made me go to the funeral. And I said, Mama, he would still be here if he had just taken his medicine because he started taking it again, but he I guess it's like with anything, a diabetic or anybody has a sickness. If you don't take your medication like your doctor tell you to, you're gonna eventually die. You can believe in God and be a diabetic, but you got to do what they ask you to do so you can live a long time. And so he died. And it didn't make any sense because he was so young. He was so young. He was so young. Rest in peace. So I lost my cousin and I lost my uncle from AIDS. Well, my uncle from AIDS, but my cousin complications of AIDS because of the drugs and stuff. I lost four of my friends. Four of my friends died from doing drugs. Four of them, yeah. Four of them. I talk about it all the time, y'all. I talk about it back in the 80s when, you know, I would sit there and now they would be shooting up and everything. And I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? I had a choice to do it or not do it. I said, no, ma'am. First of all, I don't like needles. So they used to have to take 20 damn nurses to tie me down when I was young. Okay, ask my mama, she'll tell you, baby, it took 20 nurses to tie me down. I can't stand needles. Even to this day, I man up now, but I can't stand needles. And they would do the drugs right there in front of me, and they all were positive, but that's not what killed them. They all got on dialysis, and that's what eventually killed them from doing the drugs. That's what killed them. Yeah. So yeah, there you have it. So I always encourage young people to just do the right thing. You old motherfuckers too. Some of y'all out there still doing drugs. And I understand it's an addiction and it's hard to get off of it. But you have a choice. You got a choice. I got a choice to go and do craft and evil things and write checks and steal. I could do any of that stuff. I could do all of that stuff. But when you have your own mind and you know that that's not the right thing to do, you just don't do it. It's that simple. But some people are not built. Some people, everybody's built different. So that's the way it is. So I have enjoyed you guys. I love y'all. Tomorrow, I'll try to get my son on the live so he could talk more about Wanda because he knew her personally and about the wedding and what all was done and what she was like. And then I'll try to get the other part 2 of the video from Frank Ski in the morning and what he said. And don't forget tomorrow. I said I was going to start doing early shows before I do the late show. Sorry about that. That was my fault. That was my fault. I hit the wrong button because I get in a hurry and I get to moving around and I get to clicking too fast and I hit the wrong thing. But I love you guys, man. Y'all be good. Take care. And I will see y'all tomorrow unless there's breaking news. Okay. Bye.
Watch BT's point of view. 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 But don't you wanna say? You know the thing you wanna say. Yeah. Watch BT's point of view. But don't you wanna say? Yeah, you know the thing you wanna say. Oh, watch BT's point of view. Watch BT's point of view. Point of view, what don't you wanna say? Yeah, yeah. Watch BT's point of view. Watch BT's point of view. Watch BT's point of view. What don't you wanna say? Yeah, yeah. Did you know you wanna say? Yeah. Watch BT's point.